Alright, so what is up everybody, Deflame12 here, and if you're not already, make sure to go follow me on Twitter at Deflame12_YT. Thank you. Alright, what is going on everybody? Deflame12 here, back again with another video. Today I have my 2017 NBA mock draft, and this is going to go up right before or maybe even during the draft. But I've been working on this video for hours, trying to make a great video for you guys. And last year I did just the top 10 picks. This year I'll be doing the whole lottery, and let's get right into it. The number 1 pick, I have the Philadelphia 76ers taking Markelle Fultz, point guard from Washington. Now, he is a great player, although his team didn't really do anything this year, but he's like a diamond in the rough on that team. And I feel like he can definitely go somewhere in the NBA, and I'm pretty sure everyone has the same top 2 picks as me. So with the number 2 pick, I have the Lakers taking Lonzo Ball, point guard from UCLA, and with that they're pretty much getting his dad as well, LeVar, because he's a big shot, makes a big deal about everything his kid does, and says Lonzo's going to be better than Steph Curry. So he's a pretty arrogant guy, but I think he really has a lot of faith in his kid. But anyways, about Lonzo, I feel like he has the most potential out of this draft class to be a bust. But will he be a bust? I'm not sure yet. I don't watch much college basketball, but I do like to make mock drafts for NFL and NBA. So if you want to see an NFL mock draft next year, just let me know. With the number 3 pick, I have the Boston Celtics taking Josh Jackson, a small forward from Kansas. Now, this is the first pick I really see a debate on. A lot of people will have the Celtics taking Jason Tatum or even someone else, but I can definitely see him taking Josh Jackson. He's also a really good player, and that's really all I have to say about that. And then with the number 4 pick, I have the Suns taking Jason Tatum, small forward from Duke. And these guys, from what I know, they're actually pretty similar. They're the same height, close weight, and I really don't know their play styles, but I don't know if they're similar there or not. But they're both good players, and they're definitely both going to be top 10 picks, probably top 5 for both of them. With the number 5 pick, I have the Sacramento Kings taking De'Aaron Fox, point guard from Kentucky. Now, I really don't see how they could mess this up. He's a really great player. And when Kentucky played against UCLA in March Madness, I actually did watch that game. De'Aaron Fox had a much better game than Lonzo Ball. Does that mean he's better than him? I'm not sure. But when they went head-to-head against each other, Fox really outperformed Ball, and Kentucky ended up beating UCLA and moving on. So the Kings do really have their eye on De'Aaron Fox, and they do need a point guard, because I don't really think Darren Collison is going to be a great option moving forward. They had Rondo a couple years ago, but he wasn't really much for him either. They didn't even get a point guard in the DeMarcus Cousins trade. They got solid shooting guard, solid small forward, but that's really about it. With the number 6 pick, I have the Orlando Magic taking Jonathan Isaac, small forward from FSU, and from what I heard, he's a really great player. I haven't seen him play personally, but I don't really have too much to say about him. He's good from what I hear, and I think he's going to be a top 10 pick, definitely, and I feel like he would be a good fit for the Orlando Magic. With the number 7 pick, I have the Minnesota Timberwolves taking Dennis Smith Jr., point guard from NC State. I know they took Chris Dunn last year, but he had a pretty disappointing rookie year. They also have Ricky Rubio, but he might not stay on that team. He might go somewhere else, such as like New York or something. Not saying I want him personally. He's not that bad, but I don't know. He might definitely leave the Timberwolves. It's always a possibility. So I feel like Dennis Smith Jr. would be a good fit for them. And even if they do keep Rubio, they could move someone around. Like they could put Rubio at shooting guard, or they could put Dennis Smith at shooting guard. It'd be interesting to see what they do there. They could bench one of them. Keep Zach LaVine in the starting lineup. If they do take him, it'd be really interesting to see what they do. I've also heard a lot of people saying the Timberwolves might take Lauri Markkanen, who is definitely on this list. You'll have to stay tuned to see where, but it'll be an interesting pick when it comes. Number 8, my New York Knicks. I have us taking, I don't really know how to pronounce this, I'm sorry, Frank Ntilikina, I don't really know how to pronounce it, point guard from overseas in France, and from what I hear, he's good, and he's only 18 years old. I think he's one of the youngest people in this draft class, if not the youngest. But the Knicks do like taking players from overseas, like Kristaps Porzingis from Latvia 2 years ago. There's more I just can't think of right now, a little bit further back, but from what I've seen of him, I like his game, and I feel like he could be a good fit for the Knicks. We do need a guard. I've seen the Knicks, I have a lot of rumors about the Knicks, like taking Dennis Smith Jr. or Malik Monk, or even Lauri Markkanen if we trade Kristaps, which I really, really hope we don't. I'll be so angry, and I don't know, I'll just be super angry with that. At the number 9 pick, I have the Dallas Mavericks taking Malik Monk, shooting guard from Kentucky. Him, alongside De'Aaron Fox, were really good teammates and made a really good Kentucky team this year. And for a long time, it looked like Monk was the better player and would be the higher pick. But now, me and a lot of other people have De'Aaron Fox going higher. But wherever they go, they're both good players, and that's all to be said about that. With the number 10 pick, I have the Kings taking Zach Collins, power forward from Gonzaga. I didn't really watch Gonzaga this year because I didn't expect them to go far, but they ended up getting pretty far. I believe they made either the Final Four, or I don't think they made the national championship, but I think they made the Final Four. Like I said, I don't pay too much attention to college. But see, I don't know too much about Zach Collins or really anyone in the past top few picks. Like from 10 to 14, I only know a couple of people, and I don't know them too well. But Zach Collins, his numbers and his highlights show that he's a good player, and he can definitely be a high pick in this draft. The number 11 pick, I have the Charlotte Hornets taking Donovan Mitchell, shooting guard from Louisville. Now, I was going to put him lower, but it seems like the Hornets are expressing some interest in him, and I feel like he's a good player. I don't think Louisville did an extreme amount this year. I know they made it into March Madness. I know that for a fact. But they didn't go too far, and it seems like he was the bright spot on their team. So I was going to put him lower, but like I said, the Hornets are expressing interest in him. I was actually going to have him going 14th to the Heat, but you'll have to see who I ended up putting there instead. At the number 12 pick, I have the Detroit Pistons taking Luke Kennard, shooting guard from Duke. I do know some about Luke Kennard. I know he's a really good player. I know he has talent, and I feel like he could go a little bit higher than this, like maybe to the Hornets, maybe the Mavericks, but I have him going here. The Pistons do need a shooting guard, since their really only bright spots are Andre Drummond, of course, and Reggie Jackson's not too bad either. Sorry if I missed anyone. But Luke Kennard, good player. He's from Duke. And Duke has a good team pretty much every year, along with Kentucky, North Carolina, teams like that. You know how it is if you pay any attention to college whatsoever. But yeah, at number 13, I have the Denver Nuggets taking Lauri Markkanen, power forward from Arizona. Like I said, I would have him on this list. A lot of people have him going to places such as the Knicks, Timberwolves, or even the Magic. The Magic definitely don't need him with people like Aaron Gordon. At center, they have Vucevic and Biyombo, but I feel like he could be a good fit on the Nuggets. He could definitely be a good bench presence, maybe even start, who knows. Gallinari's good. Nikola Jokic is really producing, really improving, progressing. Even Gary Harris is progressing. We need to see some more from people like Emmanuel Mudiay. Kenneth Faried's pretty good too. I don't know how much longer he's going to be on them, but I feel like the Nuggets with Lauri Markkanen could actually be a team. And finally, to end off the lottery, I have the Miami Heat taking John Collins, a power forward from Wake Forest. no relation to Zach Collins, but nevertheless, they're both good players. And I really don't know anything about John Collins or Wake Forest. I don't think they went too far in March Madness. But John Collins seems like a good player, and I feel like he could be a good fit for the Heat. A lot of people have him missing the lottery, but I feel like he could be a good replacement for Chris Bosh in years to come. And thank you all for watching, everybody. I'll see you all next time. Peace.